Hi Shun Yib, it's Neil Meller. I promised you that I'd record a video demonstrating my picking, so hopefully this is of some use to you. So you were asking me about, do I anchor my hand onto the guitar, do I put my fingers onto the guitar? Well, I used to do probably about 15 years ago, but I started having lessons off a guy called Sean Baxter, and within the first lesson he said, don't do that because it just restricts your movement and it means that you can't jump strings very easily. So I listened to what he said and made sure that when I was practicing I didn't have my hand anchored onto the guitar at all, and my playing seemed to improve dramatically, really. So since that time, when I'm teaching, I always say to students, try not to anchor your hand, just because I know of it really improved my playing from anchoring my hand in position to having it more flowing. I think if you anchor your hand, one of the things that it will do is it's not allowing you to mute the strings, the lower strings properly. And what I mean by that is, if I'm playing on the higher strings, the G, B and E strings, well, I'm using the palm of my hand just to mute the E, A and D strings, just to make sure that there's no unwanted noise ringing out, especially with distortion. So hand position is really important. What you'll notice is that when I normally play, I've got my hand on the lower strings, and if I'm playing on the lower strings, I have my hand floating. There's nothing, I'm not resting on anything. Now, one of the other things you'll notice is that there's a gap between the bridge and my palm. So I haven't got my palm on the bridge. There's quite a clear gap there, and this is just to make sure that I'm muting them strings properly. And also, I want my pick to be picking on a strat in between the middle and the neck pickup. That's kind of the standard thing for when I'm playing, really. So in terms of picking exercises, an important thing to do, it's quite a boring exercise, but it's to drill a note. So if I pick the 7th fret on the G string, and I'll just drill that, meaning now as I'm doing that exercise, what I'm thinking about is trying to keep my hand relaxed and try and keep my hand my pick as close to the string as possible. So I can play that at different rhythms as well. So I'll just turn this down just a touch. So I could think about playing quarter notes, just on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as boring as this is, it's quite important just to play slower rhythms, but still thinking about keeping that pick as close to the string as possible. Now, once I've played that for a little while, I'll then change the rhythm. So I'll then do 8th notes. So change it to 16th notes. 1 E under, 2 E under, 3 E under. Now once I can play each of them rhythms comfortably on their own, I'll start joining them up together. So I'll do a bar of each rhythm. I'll do a bar of quarter notes, bar of 8th notes, bar of 16ths, and I'll just keep cycling that around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 1 E under. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. so you get the idea with that. So what I'm working on there is trying to keep my picking hand as close to the string, or the pick as close to the string as possible. I'm playing through different rhythms, so I'm trying to keep my hand relaxed as I'm doing that as well. I don't want to tense up, and all I'm doing is I'm thinking about programming my hand to do what I want it to do, rather than, you know, just allowing the picking hand to just do whatever it wants, and I've just got to put up with that. I'm trying to program my picking hand to stay nice and relaxed, as close to the string as possible when I'm playing. And to make it a bit more difficult, I'm throwing in different rhythms in there as well. So I'm practicing quite a lot of different things at the same time. Now, I think that saves up quite a lot of practice time. So instead of thinking about practicing one individual aspect of playing, you know, you include a few different things, you know, such as rhythm practice and technique practice as well. So a similar kind of thing with the left hand now. You know, when I'm playing notes or scales or exercises, again, I'm trying to keep my fingers as close to the fretboard without them kind of jumping off and moving too far away from the fretboard. So I'll have to leave it there, I'm afraid. I hope that's been some use to you. Let me know what you think, and if I can answer any more of your questions or help you out with anything, just give us a shout and I'll do what I can. So take care, Shunyib, and signing off. Take it easy, man.